on Thursday night and want to talk about big topic here that's been kind of discussed. And Lions get a big win here, but little controversy at the end here with Dan Campbell. Was Dan Campbell wrong for going for it on the fourth down there? Inside the 20-yard line, under a minute to go. It turns out the Lions were the first team since 2000 to go for it on fourth down from inside the opponent's 30, with the score tied in the final minute of regulation, which is pretty fucking crazy.
This guy's got fucking
I mean, I'm sure
balls.
I'm sure you guys have all seen the meme. Dan Campbell's got his nuts in the wheelbarrow. And
fucking Stan March.
The man has a set
Randy.
on him. I'll give him that. But what what'd you think of that call?
No, I think so. If not for just the brash call, right? Like just a pure fucking balls call. The other thing to this now is, what precedent does that set going forward for every defensive coach on fourth down against this fucking team? Because you have to anticipate that it doesn't fucking matter what's happening, what's going on, what the situation is, what anything in this game in that particular moment. Dan Campbell doesn't give a fuck. And I think that is the biggest thing for me. Yes, absolutely. Is it a play? Is it the stupid play? Every analytics, everything that's going into that is going to say, absolutely, this is stupid. But the call and just the guy, and he's like, yo, this is fate. This is I'm going to own this shit no matter what. We're going for this. What are you going to do? What are you planning? What, as a defensive coach, what are you going to do to that? If it's like, yo, we have to prepare now for every fucking opportunity for anything that can happen. And what were they, 80% of fourth down efficiency? What are you going to do? Like, I think at this point it's 4 or 5. Like, if this guy's going to go for this every fucking time, you either plan to be like, well, shit, we don't even need this guy to return anything at this point, because this guy's just going to fucking give us the ball, or not, because clearly it's working.
Their offense is amazing. It's so hard to stop. I think this season
is so dynamic, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But when you look at this, to me especially, and this season just keeps getting more and more. You see more and more of this from Dan Campbell all year, and it seems like every week I'm just like, this dude is putting on a masterclass in coaching. Every time I watch the Detroit Lions,
and chess, man. This guy's just fucking, what's going to happen next? You tell me, and then we're going to go for it.
And then I look at this play and I'm like, oh, the controversy, you had the field goal, odds are you need to kick that. We saw what happened in the championship game with Campbell going for it and how that unraveled, right? That's great. It works out, hindsight, 2020, it was a great move. You won the game. But then there's people that are questioning it, going that's just not a smart move. You take the points and then you go out there.
It's absolutely not a smart move. It's the stupidest fucking move in the world.
So when you look at it from that perspective, but I will say back to Dan Campbell and his coaching here, I think what you got to take away is you look at the way that the Detroit defense was playing that game. They were getting carved up, right? And this is the whole reason why Detroit went for it there. Dan Campbell went, and the topic was he was saving his defense, and rightfully so, right? The Detroit Lions defense has been completely obliterated by injuries. Their passing defense wasn't great. They've been getting carved up by big plays all game, right? So you got a coach that's like, okay, I have a chance to win this game outright right now, or I kick the points and then I got to let my defense go play with 43 seconds left on the clock. This is what good coaching is right here to a T, and this is why I love it. He just understands the position he is in. He knows what his team can and cannot do. And if you have confidence in your offense to go get that 1-2 yards on a fourth down, ice this game and walk away with a victory, that is coaching 101. He knows his players. He knows what he needs to do to win that. And this is why I argue, my coach, Zach Taylor, we saw earlier in the season, the Baltimore game where Joe Burrow was so hot and then he ran it into a line, tried to kick a field goal. We all know how that played out. That is the difference between good coaches in this league. Dan Campbell sees what's happening to his defense, knows he has the talent to execute on a 4th and short, and he goes and he fucking does it. He has the confidence in his team to execute that play. And that is when I watch that, I'm just like, man, hats off to that guy, because that was brilliantly played, just based
Yeah.
on understanding what was going on. So
No, he's definitely, he's got the buy-in, he's got the team. If he said, "Yo, we're doing this," do you not think every fucking player on that team is like, "Yeah, we fucking
fuck yeah,
are.
that team is
Yeah,
riding with him too,
we're
man.
doing this." And then
That's
it's
it.
done. It's game, man. Game, set, and match. Like this shit was just locked in the second they said go. Like
Yeah,
it was automatic. So I love it. I think the Lions are a fucking wagon that you guys want to jump on. Like I think it's just been fucking an
yeah,
incredible watch. This story alone, among everything, yes. Does it make sense? No. Is it the play that you need to make in that moment to be successful? Yes. Like it is.
absolutely.
It is the game changing, game breaking. If you're only crazy until it works,
Yeah,
right? Like, so in my opinion, Dan Campbell's fucking nuts, but it works. So
yeah,
go for it. Keep doing it. It's
yeah.
entertaining as fuck. The
It
entertainment
really
product we
is.
talk about, that sign me up. This
That's
guy's
on
this
display
guy's
right
must
there.
watch TV.
Yeah, great coach, and I'm happy for the Lions, man. They just keep stringing them together. On the Packers side of things, funny enough, I think like I saw the combined statistics of Minnesota, Detroit, and Green Bay. Combined, they only have 3 losses collectively to every other team in the NFL except between themselves. So the only losses
Awesome.
they're accumulating is against each other in divisional
Yeah.
games. The rest of the NFL, they have 3 losses combined, which is fucking
Said this
incredible.
before, best division of football.
Yeah,
Hands
that
down.
it's definitely shown out this year.
Yeah.
That's we always talk about how this is going to be interesting to watch into the playoff race too. So, very cool, very cool. But yeah, hats off to Dan Campbell and the Lions. Now I want to kind of segue into another team from that division.